I don't know about you guys, but I definitely stayed up a little too late and had fun with friends. Um, in particular, we were playing Lords of Waterdeep last night, so that was fun. It's always a good time. Um, trying to get my I don't want the dashboard on. I'm trying to get my phone to monitor my stream to make sure that I don't have that audio problem that I had last time. That's just the stream chat phone. What are you doing to me? You're making this look very unprofessional. Let's see. I'll just try going to there itself. And looks like, yep, there I am staring at my stupid device. Okay, good. So now that I know that that's working, I can set that over there and I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So, Elite Dangerous, working on getting that to launch here. And I know the title says New Year, New Space, but we are going to kind of go back to where we've been. I'm still working on that community goal. And last I checked, I was in the top 25%. So I really want to actually try to see if I can accomplish my goal of making it into the top 10 commanders for that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I haven't actually managed to do that yet. Alright, looks like it is loading. Oh, Eden is welcoming me back. So, without further ado, we can switch it over to the live screen.
All systems prepared.
What do we got? What's going on? One pending friend request. I have a pending friend request? Oh, right. Yeah, that's Trixie's boyfriend. Okay, cool. He managed to find me on here. Friends are always good to have. Speaking of, let's find out if anybody has had any more interest in... No, Squadron's still at 2. Oh well, I am not deterred. I have a good friend that has been playing with me on a semi-regular basis, so double check, make sure I've got the right weapons. No, I am set up for mining right now. So, Starport Services.
Starport services.
And... outfitting. Transfer, swap. Swap it over to the port over here. There's literally like one difference between this beam laser and my other one, so I don't have to worry too much about putting it in quote-unquote the wrong place. I'm going to keep using the plasma accelerator. I got to get better with that thing. Hey, Happy New Year to you too, Bonsai Panda. Yeah, I got a little bit of a late start today because, you know, just didn't want to get up. Didn't want to face the new year just yet. But I'm sure that's a very common sentiment right now. But we are going to outfit the ship for combat. I keep joking, and I might actually do it at some point, that I just need to get a second crate, Mark II, so that I don't have to switch all of this around every time. Oof. Yeah. I'm a Michigan girl, so we've had some really screwy weather lately. I believe it was still raining last night at one point. Yay, lake effect. Oh, the Asp Explorer. You know, I just for some reason I don't like the Asps. I it like I'm not sure why. It's just I love my crate Mark II for the mining, and I've actually got a pretty good setup on it that even leaves me with a beam laser turret, a large beam laser turret for defense still. So I'll have to theory craft on like Coriolis or something, do a little bit on there and see how the Asp would compare. Is there any like what feature is it that makes it more quick to mine? I gotta do something though, because this is either Frontier needs to add the ability to have like saved presets to hot swap between ships, or I've got to just get a different ship for each of the roles, because this is just too time consuming. That, or I need to remember to actually do this like when I'm done, so that I'm not doing it now. Yeah, and you wouldn't think that it would cost them that much in programming to be able to actually do that. Okay, got all that done, but one of my other least favorite things. Oh, and now the SR. How is the SRV over there? Can I move that? No. Oh well, that'll just annoy me personally. I like when my fighters are. Oh, I know why. It's because I didn't take the SRV off when I went to mine. That's why that's in front of the. Yeah, and then here all my fighters are reset. I know nobody out there, especially the NPCs, probably care that I've got a preference for my fighter's appearance, but I do. So I suppose that's kind of the whole point of the livery section. It's like when I go out and play airsoft. I may not be good at it, but I look cool doing it. Generally, at least. Yeah, I suppose that does make sense, and that's always been one of my complaints about Frontier. Their design tends to be time investment, and they seem to construe that with game quality. It's like, we want to be out doing the fun stuff, you know, blasting the bounties, blowing up asteroids. So they seem to be learning that, and I mean, a lot of the newer stuff has been better quality over grindy. So I don't know. Maybe they're turning over a new leaf too, and we'll see some better improvements. All right, we're gonna put that. Got my classic Go Juice here, Mountain Dew. Try to get rid of the yawns here. Okay. Galaxy map. Where is that system at? Alright, come on, I know there it is. It's like, I know the community goal's still going on, because I haven't gotten my money yet. Launch.
Ignition.
Now there's supposed to be, and I'm trying it out, and I don't know if I've got it loaded properly or not. There's supposed to be like an overlay now on my page for Elite Dangerous. I have it loaded on the computer. It seems to be registering things because it just said the last event was undocked. But it's supposed to be something that lets you guys, as the viewers, actually like click on things and look at stuff and update you when I do things in the game. I don't know, it's some little overlay thing that I figured I'd experiment with a bit. Yeah, Elite Track. So it is working then, because I hadn't had a chance to experiment with it on my own, because my phone doesn't seem to want to do it, so I don't think it does the mobile thing. Still a little cold. Yeah, you'll have to tell me what you think of that. If that's a good addition to the stream, or if it's just clutter that gets in the way. Oh, that's a big red one. And it is only a big red one. No other stars in this system. Good to know. Oh, I actually found something out really cool that I did not know. Well, over the weekend while I was flying around with my buddy, apparently both people. Okay, good to hear. Apparently both people in a ship in multi-crew can do exploration. So that actually indicates to me the first time that I might be interested in doing exploration, because if I have a friend that's going with me, it could actually be a lot of fun for us to be, you know, out there doing the whole exploration thing together. Like one person can be doing the FSS, and then the pilot could be flying towards what they discover so that they can detail map it or something. Really? I'll have to try that sometime too. I haven't done the wing missions much. Oh, we did not quite get. Yes, operating beyond safety limits, but you didn't give me the boost. I did put my fuel scoop back on, right? I remember putting my... Okay, I didn't swap out the pulse wave analyzer. That's not going to be a big deal, though. Let's just make sure I did put... Yep, there's my fuel scoop right there. That's good to know that the wing missions actually, like, provide additional resources. So what is it, like, they send you to a specific place, because I haven't actually done the wing missions, since they've added them. I haven't had people to do them with. Come on, give me your juicy neutrons. There's the supercharge. Some of those stars are so hard to scoop from because they're so friggin' hot. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would think that a wing mission for assassination would probably be a pretty tricky one to execute. They didn't really design them to be done solo. I have heard of some people doing the wing missions for like cargo transport solo though, like, you know, loading up a federal Corvette or a Imperial cutter. There we go. I've been thinking about getting a second account, though, to do exploration, because it's like, I want my main account in Bubble, so that I can do the community quests, and bounty hunting, and fly with friends, what few I have. But I would love to have a way to be able to go out and do exploration, where I'm like, you know, a week or even a year out into space, just finding stuff. But there's no fast travel between your ships or anything. And I think this is, yep, this is our destination. Oh, nice. Grade 5 materials. I might have to look into that. See if Rava's spirit is actually up for that kind of a challenge. I've got a pretty good ship put together here. She might be able to handle it. On approach. Oh, don't you tell me to slow down, physics. I will go as fast as I want. Right into a star. I do like the fact that they've got the whole speed thing being relative to the gravitational effects in the area. So the less bodies that are generating gravity, the faster you can actually go. At least that's what I assume is the reasoning behind it. land here so that I've got, so that hopefully, I think I had some to turn in. Yeah. I don't know if they're from here or not. We'll find out if I can turn them in, but hey, every little bit helps if I can. Auto dock.
Lacey, Sierra, Oscar, November. Submit a docking request, and a landing pad will be reserved for you, Commander.
Request complete.
Access approved. You are go for approach pad 4-5.
I love the ability to do that.
Automated docking confirmed.
Cool. Yeah, easy to find my location when I'm doing the community stuff. It's funny how when you get to the larger ships and things, 100 light years is like nothing, but when you're in one of the like little smaller ones, like a Cobra or something, you're like, that's like a whole half-hour trip. Those tiny little jump drives. Back when my my buddy Jester started playing, he learned very quickly Rule 1 of Elite Dangerous, which is when traveling, carry a fuel scoop. He actually ran out of fuel. Like legit, he had no fuel, and his engine stalled because it used up what little he had left in his reserves. He's lucky that I already had the feeling that something was going to go wrong, and was on my way with fuel limpet transfer, with the fuel transfer limpets equipped, because I got there with his life support was actually down to 10 seconds. Managed to transfer fuel and saved him. I think that was probably like one of the most harrowing events that I've actually had the pleasure of doing in Elite, was saving my friend from dying in the abyss. And from this day forward, he is always, I don't think he's even unequipped that fuel scoop. Because he's too afraid of it being needed and him running out of fuel again. Oh good, I can redeem those. Okay. And Alana, yep, Alana is active. Good. Wouldn't want to get out into the system there and find out, oops, my fighter pilot's not with me. That'd be bad.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
28. Does a 5 cargo hold only give 28? I feel like that's supposed to be more. Oh. I still have 4 Paynite in there. Alright. What's the payout for Paynite here? Are they... Do they even buy Paynite here? Nope. Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. Yeah, it was that was spoils of a brief mining tutorial showing my squadron mate how the new mining stuff works. Also, when we found out a new... Oh, hey! How's it going? Was it Malakir? Is that how you pronounce that? Malakir? Greetings to you, too. We also found out while we were out on our mining trip that Frontier did not design the... Good, okay. I like to make sure I got people's names right. Frontier did not design the subsurface displacement missiles to be used by multi-crew, because the user interface that you need to be able to tell when the drill has hit the certain section of it doesn't show up in the gunner view thing. So he was like, "What are you talking about? I don't see this mini game that you're telling me about." And it wasn't until I jumped into his Cobra just to get a view of like what because I've not actually done multi-crew before with me going to someone else's ship. It wasn't until I jumped into there that I knew what he was talking about, the difference between the user interfaces. So kind of an oversight on their part, because they specifically say on the description for those mining missiles that they only operate in turret mode when in multi-crew, like when there's somebody else there. So I don't understand why that is how that's set up. I feel like they should have accounted for that and adjusted the UI properly. Oh wow, winged mission for 30 mil? Nice. What kind of winged mission is it? Oh, look at me. I'm actually like waiting for my departure here. Being all polite. Yeah, we'll let the little Cobra go first. CMM Composite. Ugh. So it's a cargo one then. Okay, cool. Yeah, this ship's definitely not set up for cargo runs right now. There's my resource extraction site. I'm set up for killing today. 10 light years. Huh? That's not bad. That's just a skip and a jump from one system to another. Oh, we got a friend request. Hey, Panda. Cool. Always good to have more friends. And that's actually one of the reasons I decided to start streaming. I figured if I got out somewhere where I might meet more people that are playing the games that I'm playing, I might make some more friends and such. Because it's always been one of the things, is like, I love this game, but I'll play it for a brief period of time, very intensely, and then I get bored with it, and then I quit. Because I don't have any friends to keep me coming back to it. It's a lot like, I mean, I played World of Warcraft for the longest time, but when all my friends quit, it just wasn't the same. At that point, it was just quests and grinding. Cool. Private groups are always good. That's where I prefer to play. Okay, I'm probably not gonna do the wing missions with you right now. Like I said, I want to get out and try to get a little bit more on this this bounty community goal. Because I think, where was I at? Yeah, I'm still in the top 25%, so I want to try to get into the top 10 commanders. On approach.
Okay, 75, ready now.
Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. So that that's actually a pretty good way to to have like new people. You could actually like have them go into with you on a wing mission. And previously, I've had people multi-crew for me, and then we go out and bounty hunt for a little while. But maybe the cargo wing missions might be a good way to help new players get a foothold. That's another thing I've always hated, is they don't have player trading. Like, we can't directly trade with each other. I mean, I suppose at this point, since I've actually got a pretty good idea on how to go out and find a lot of painite, if I wanted to invest a little bit of time for some of my friends, I could always go out, mine a bunch of painite, and then we go to like a remote system. They show up with a cargo hauling ship, and I can just drop a whole bunch of painite. That's the only other way that I've known to be able to transfer wealth in this game. It's so confusing, because like Frontier, I mean, granted, they don't necessarily market it as an MMO, and they're good about that. It is a server-based co-op game at its best, but it's so much like an MMO, and yet we're lacking so many of the hallmark features of an MMO. Also valid, but I wouldn't get gold miners from China in my private group. So I guess that's kind of where I'm like, I'd still rather be able to trade with people. But I do see your point on that. World of Warcraft, Elite, or not Elite, EVE Online, all of those definitely have their problems with having large numbers of people popping in and going, "Ni hao." Yeah, and it's like I played EVE for a while. Again, I stopped just because I had my friends all kind of quit on me. I think I mentioned at one point in another stream that I actually had a pretty decent mining fleet in EVE. For those of you that are familiar with the ships, I actually had an Orca, full setup for the whole boost. Oh, I'm ready to get into combat here, and I totally forgot to actually set up my weapon fire groups off of the mining one. But yeah, I had an Orca with full mining boost for one of my ships.
Criminal investigations come to finish. Please continue about your business.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Scan detected.
Scan away. You're not going to find anything but limpets right now. Which also means I don't think no, I did not reset my, alright, we're going to put the pulse wave down to 5, because I don't even need that right now. Shouldn't even be on the ship, but I forgot to change that out. This is why, again, we need those profiles, so we can actually, or I just need to bite the bullet, buy another ship. Okay, there we go. Now I can find a target and engage. Oh, I'm already missing my VR ability to head track. It's so simple, just being able to turn your head and see where the enemy's going, but it's so influential. I did actually just pick up because they had on sale on Steam OVR drop. So I did just pick that up, and hopefully I've seen stuff saying that I could actually use that to put things like the Twitch chat in a little window in my cockpit in VR. So I might actually be able to do VR streaming and still be able to see what you guys are saying in chat and everything, to be able to interact with you. Wow. That ASP scout really wants to get up close here. Plus it'd just be handy because I have dual monitors normally, and it'd be nice to be able to put in an extra monitor in the cockpit in VR so that I can still look at things like Elite Dangerous database and things. I haven't tried setting it up yet. I like just got it yesterday. What's this fight over here? Carney de Winter. They are getting pounded though. A whole lot of system craft over here. As long as I get my hits in before it hits 0. Yeah, there we go.
No more contact.
Talk about coming in and stealing a kill. I am curious though how I'm gonna actually like move the windows around when I actually get them into the VR environment, because I don't actually have VR controllers. The way I'm doing VR right now is kind of a jury-rigged setup. I've got my Gear VR, which uses my cell phone. Now, granted, I got that Gear VR setup when I got my S8 Plus, so it was free. I'm gonna turn that desktop volume down just a wee bit. There we go. Felt like that might have been a little bit louder than normal there in the combat.
No more hostiles detected.
But, so yeah, the Gear VR, actually, I found a program that lets me use that as a VR headset. So it's not as good as a Vive or an Oculus, but it still does the job pretty well, and it's still really cool to be able to actually see the interface and everything like it's supposed to be, like it's actually a holographic display. Who are these system craft shooting at? It's like this guy. Oh, didn't get a laser on him soon enough. So yeah, for like $12 worth of a program, definitely was worth investing in to be able to kind of do a poor man's VR, so to speak. Although, I did actually see an article, and I might try doing it. Some people have figured out how to be able to take the old PlayStation Move controllers and use 4 of those cameras with the wand-like controllers, and actually have them act as a proper VR controller. And I might be able to put that together for pretty cheap. It's the plight of, like, most nerds. I like to keep up on technology, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of money. So I have to try to find inexpensive ways to keep up with the Joneses.
Target destroyed.
Fortunately, I tend to be pretty good at MacGyvering and jury-rigging things together, so... Oh, there it is. It's like, I know I saw lasers. What is with these ASP scouts? They're like... Almost all of them have been wanted. Boom.
Target destroyed.
See, this is why I don't like the high extraction zones, because you just wind up with federal security everywhere. And it's handy in some cases, but at the same time, I'd kind of like to just be able to be out here on my own. That's why I prefer the hazardous ones. Oop. More power to weapons. Thank you, Alex. Yes, I already put maximum power into them. That target reticle was not accurate. Oh, no, you don't. Get back here, I want my bounty. Oh, he got
Enemy
away.
wiped out. Awaiting further orders.
Suppose that's something to try out. I don't think I've done that before. Let's see, where is that? There it is. Please wait. I'm waiting. There we go. Off. Alright, well, we'll give that a try, because, yeah, as much as I like a little bit of help now and again on some of the harder ships, it would be nice to not have so many patrolling around. And considering I know this ship can actually handle anacondas. Yeah. Oh yeah. I figured anytime you're you know, deciding to not call the police, it'll get a little bit riskier. This ship is pretty well maxed out on a lot of the engineering upgrades, so things like shields and the different defensive mechanisms and stuff are pretty pretty upgraded on here. I'm just kind of hoping that with less federal security, I might get more dangerous bounties.
No more hostiles detected.
Because, I mean, granted, a bounty is a bounty, but the difference between what a Cobra has on it usually and what an Anaconda has on it, I'd rather be going after the Anacondas if I can. Uh-oh. Why is the winged mission impossible?
Target destroyed.
Oh. Yeah, and you needed a lot of them, didn't you? Yeah, it was 2061. Oof. Yeah, that is hard. Little Imperial courier. Yeah, that's gonna take a long time. Oh, don't use countermeasures. You're just gonna die anyway.
That's the last of them, Commander.
Yeah, I do not blame you on that. I would not want to spend the next 5 hours trying to come up with... it'd probably even be more than that, wouldn't it? About once per hour. Okay. Yeah, I could see them not wanting to put those out there too often, given how much the pay actually is on them.
Target destroyed.
Let's see. I want to get this. There we go. Phone app. Set up a little bit better so I can see what's going on. There we go. Still so many federal security. Yeah, they'll disappear slowly, I suppose. Nope, that adder's just mining. Oh, you're wanted though. What do I carry? Lasers, and lots of them. Here, you want a sample? Splash one. Thank you, Eli. See, this anaconda over here is just like eating up all of the low-level bounties before I can get to them. He's already trying to leave. Maybe he'll change his mind when I attack him. Nope. Still wanted to get out of system. Yeah, that's one of the federal securities that's scanning me. Yeah, I agree. Like, I can make 30 mil in a good 2-hour run of mining. That's another thing I feel like Frontier really kind of needs to work on is their reward balancing. Because it's like, I always thought it was kind of cool that when you're out doing stuff and you improve your relations with like a faction, a lot of times they'll send you a mission, but they're always like such a small reward. And I'm just like, I don't get out of bed for less than 5 mil. And my turrets just took care of that one.
Awaiting further orders.
Oh, I see lasers. I see lasers. Did some idiot actually assault the anaconda? You moron. And then he rams it.
Things were a little hairy for a second there. No more hostiles detected.
I swear I need to go out and I need to get one of those Staples easy buttons, because sometimes just like, that was easy. Ugh. Really? You get to the goal of the entire game, and then they nerf the payouts? Suppose I really shouldn't be surprised. We had talked about how they seem to construe time intensive with quality content. Well, maybe that's the time in my career where I'll eschew any human contact and just go out into the black and. It's an eagle. I barely even want to chase this one down, but I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll get a scan in here, see if he's got any cool shield sensing sensor data. Nope. What about you? Oh, what are we shooting at? The poor sap that's in the middle of that hail of gunfire, probably. Unfortunately, not that I can tell. I look for those first and foremost, but when I can't find that, I go for the highest quantity. Yeah, I did not see. I mean, I could check again. I don't think they change, but. We'll look, just in case.
No more hostiles detected.
How do you fools make a living?
Yeah, nothing within range, at least, that it could see. Oops. Accidentally set off one of my heat sinks. I suppose the bounty vouchers don't necessarily have to be from this exact system. They just need to be from, I don't think anyways. They just have to be bounty vouchers turned in at this system, as far as I know. Maybe I could try. You know what? We're gonna experiment with that a little bit. Recall the fighter.
Fighter retrieval initiated, Commander.
We're gonna try to find a place that does have a hazardous beacon that's near here, and see if that will actually let me turn those bounties in for profit towards the mission. I figure it's worth a try at least. Because there is a couple of them that are like right next door. I'm going to turn in these ones
Docking
first.
completed. Hangar is secure, Commander.
That way I'll be able to tell if there's a difference. Yeah, if you'd like to. I'll have to when I dock here. I'll or I mean, I suppose I have it set up so that friends of mine can auto join my my private group. I keep forgetting to do that. I really should do the same thing and get a kill warrant scanner. That would actually help out quite a bit. I wonder if they have any at this station. I'll have to check on that. I can replace the pulse wave analyzer that I forgot to take off, and because that would help too, is if I'm getting extra bounties from other systems. Ugh, I can't stop yawning. Hopefully that's not infectious over the internet. On approach.
75%.
You got a few friends online. This is where, like, normally having my, when I play off stream, I'll have, like, 80s rock blaring. Makes the trips between areas a little bit more entertaining. I don't want to do that right now, though, because, you know, I don't want my, my stream muted for licensing reasons. I'm awake, I swear I am. I just, for some reason, can't stop yawning. Exit Super Cruise on my mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Disengaging.
DeLacy, Sierra, Oscar, November.
Auto dock.
Submit a docking request, and a landing pad will be reserved for you, Commander.
Requesting docking bay.
Access
Thank you.
granted. You are go for approach to pad 2-6. Assisted docking initiated.
Scan detected.
I always like the classic music. It's what, I don't know if that's If that's what that would be a problem or not.
Contact.
I don't think that's copywritten at that point. I mean, a lot of that stuff is like so old that I don't think that they would have issues with. Jump rate just like 18. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a yeah, see, that's like, I've been out for what, a little under an hour, and I've only got 60K. That's meager. That's not a good turnout. ECMS and heat sink launchers. Okay, so need to go to a different station if I want kill warrant scanner. Fair enough. To Elite Dangerous Database we go. Stations. Kill warrant scanner. And we're going to search for the best, because the ship should be able to handle that. Reference system. Good point, but I figure I'll see about it anyways. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of those Guardian tech yet. I've been interested in like the FSD boosters and stuff. I've got 2 shield boosters at present on there. Both of them are resistance increased with what was the other mod that I put on there? Oh, with supercapacitors, so they increase the addition. They increase the shield boost as well, more. Typically, if I can't handle the situation, I can at least get out of it with this ship's setup. I've also got a shield cell bank installed, so galaxy map. Oh, actually, the system that I want to go to try out if I can turn in other bounties has the kill warrant scanners too. Oh, I didn't want to. Oops. Didn't want to bookmark that. Yep, that's the one right there. Go back out here. Get rid of that bookmark. I don't want to bookmark. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, those. Hey, faction change. Yeah, I hadn't stopped to ask what do you fly? If you're elite and whatnot, I'm expecting like something like a Federal Corvette or something. Sidewinder. Hey, I suppose if you can kill things in it, then there you go. Either or. I suppose because I don't think I've got any other friends online, so I can jump into yours. I think I saw you were on solo play, though, so we both have to jump into one. Actually, I'm already in mine. How about you jump into mine?
Clear of station perimeter. Take care, Commander.
Because anytime I load up the game, I always go to my private group, just in case friends want to join. So, we'll go with that one.
System jump engaging.
It should auto approve since you're on my friends. Yeah, there you go.
Completing system scan for cartography.
Yep, there you are, about 57 light years away. On approach.
Understood. 75%.
Suppose while I'm flying a little bit, I'll send you a wing invite. Yeah, sometimes their connections for stuff can get a little wonky. Wow, that's an interesting orbital path there it's got. Swing wide of the planet so I don't get slowed down too much by its gravitational mass. I've actually had a few situations where I kind of did a gravity break. Like there's a planet right near it. I forgot to slow down, so I use it to slow myself down first. One time I actually did that while I had a bounty hunter following me. I was on a passenger mission. That was pretty intense. They were getting close to actually pulling me out of Super Cruise. There we go. And I saw the wing invite show up online.
Gelacy, Sierra, Oscar, November. You're clear for approach, Commander. Submit a request and enjoy your stay.
There we go. Let's get docking underway here.
To landing pad 07. Acknowledged, Commander. Clear for assisted docking.
There we go. I don't know if you have
Incoming transmission.
wing comms enabled or
You're on
not.
track, Commander. Approach looks good.
Scout detected.
Ooh. Good grief. You'd think after being up for an hour and
Touchdown.
almost an hour and a half now, I wouldn't be this yawny. Well, this station definitely explains why they have a grade A kill warrant scanner. Always love the high-tech stations. They got that just kind of
You're all checked in, Commander.
dark, high-tech look to them. I liked when they finally added the variety to the stations, so they weren't all the exact same thing. Let's see what's utility mounts. Oh man. Kill warrant scanners. Yeah, there we go. Buying options. I just want to store that one. I'll have it shipped back to my home base later on. Yep, plenty of power. Now what to put it on? Suppose I'll just put it on my primary fire. I'm usually holding that trigger down when I'm shooting at those guys anyways, and as long as I get a scan in before they explode. Yeah, that'll work. This one does not seem to have
Dispatch
a
confirmed. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
hazardous one either. I thought that the internet's never perfect. Let's double check those findings. Oh, okay. I see.
You're all clear. You're clear to resume own navigation.
There's like a little code thing that's supposed to tell you galaxy map. So if I want to try out going to a different one, I need to go to LHS 2065. There it is. Double check that I'm right on the numbers. Yep. So yeah, if you want to join me over in LHS 2065, that's where I'm gonna try it out, see if we're able to do combat in another system, and then turn them in. There should be a hazardous extraction site in this one.
Scanning for information.
I shouldn't need that window anymore.
They were on the borderlands.
We're being hailed.
Unexplored. Which means that it's not going to tell me anything until I do. Okay. Well, I don't want to have to try to explore the system, so I'm just gonna jump back to the one I'm supposed to. I'll play by the rules, and because I don't want to have to FSS this system just to be able to find where the extraction site is. But I got the kill warrant scanner, so like you said, if one of us has it, it you know,
Interstellar travel mode engaged.
shouldn't matter. But
Key systems are at optimal levels. Ready for exit now.
Completing system scan for cartography.
okay. I haven't done too many of them. I figured it would be something to keep my interest for a little while, so. Suppose we'll go back to the high resource extraction site. I think the high one should have more wanted ships than the regular ones. Or does that mean security? I don't know. I don't remember what... That's a good question. I've never stopped to ponder that. If the high or the low means I don't remember whether the high or the low means content or bounties or like security. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought too. But I try not to make assumptions. Yeah, in the res description. Okay. So we'll go to that one, because at least then we'll have a target-rich environment, hopefully. Oops, there we go. I gotta get a better webcam, something with a little bit wider viewing angle. That way when I slouch down to my chair, it can like autofocus still. That'll probably be like one of the first upgrades I'll go for. And I did turn my wing beacon on.
We are being hailed.
Yeah, you'll have to use the night vision. I like that they added that.
Copy. Deploying the fighter now. fighter is online. I'm ready when you are.
Let's see, is it still on? Not reporting. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. Elite, don't freeze on me. There we go. Not sure why it locked up like that briefly. There we are. And there is Bonsai Panda. See, I figured you probably had like a Corvette or one of those. He seemed interested in you.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Enemy wiped out. Awaiting further orders.
I always love when you jump into system and then they just like, they come right to you and scan you, and it's like, just hold still for a second there.
Prime response flight deployed.
Well, that's fun. That Anaconda is not wanted, but also not security. Any chance that Type 9's the one they're after right now? No. It's all the little ones, the Cobras that are on it. The Conda is here for you? Oh, okay. I don't think I can help with that at all. Not that I feel like you need help with an Anaconda.
Target shields offline.
Well, I mean, if it shoots me, then that would mean I'd get to shoot it back, I would think, because it would make it wanted, because I'm not with a superpower. And I take on Anacondas all the time, so I'm not too concerned about it. Hey, I actually got a scan off on that guy.
Great shot, Commander.
Federal security has at least been a little bit more vocal. Oops. Sorry, got a little close there. I think it was only my shields that took a hit, though.
Incoming transmission.
Nah, you're fine. I've got, I tend to equip my ships with the bi-weave shields and then enhance them with the fast recharge. I've found it actually lets me tank more damage than just trying to stack shield out the wazoo. Because if I focus on actually recharging the shields, it tends to counteract the damage that they're taking. I don't know if that's like a widely accepted method of it, but it works for me. Federal security is they are interesting. They're very interested in this system all of a sudden. I think that's from your presence. Because they weren't chattering quite as much before. I like the paint job on that Corvette too, with the red thrusters. Back here. Finished my scan just before he blew up. Next hostile.
Roger that. Holding fire. Awaiting further instructions.
That one's not hostile, Eli. You failed me. Good thing I check my targets before I shoot. My AI decided to set my targeting up on one of the federal agents. That would have ended poorly if I'd pulled the trigger.
Incoming transmission.
Okay. I was just gonna say I'm gonna have to figure something out for that later. For later though, when I'm doing it on my own, I'll have to actually like assign it to a button. Actually, that's a good question. Can I do a little experiment here? We're going to take the plasma accelerator off, put the kill warrant scanner on there, and I want to switch to pretty much just anything. And find out, can we do a kill warrant scanner in... Oh, we can. Alright, cool. So you can do the kill warrant scanner in the analysis mode, which means I can assign it to the same weapon group as the shotgun, or the plasma accelerator, and then I just make sure that I switch over to... I'm analysis mode, and then it won't fire the plasma accelerator at it first. Perfect. I think I have noticed more bountied ships showing up since you've got here, though, which is good.
Target destroyed. Scan detected. Scan detected. Target shields offline.
Get out of here, Diamondback Explorer. Your weak shields.
Enemy wiped out. Awaiting further orders.
Scan detected. Target destroyed. Scan detected. Scan detected.
Next hostile.
Acknowledged. Weapons off, Commander.
There we go. I gotta be paying attention though, because if you're engaging them, it doesn't necessarily flag them as hostile for me.
A crime has been reported here. All ships will be scanned.
Scan detected.
Yeah, I've been kind of monkeying around trying to figure out best ways to go about doing this. Ah, the bane of all gimbaled and turreted weapons.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing an increase in the bounties. I don't know whether that's from the scanner or just hopefully maybe bigger bounties showing up. Ooh, there's a Cobra.
Scan detected. Target shields offline.
defensive posture.
Executing now.
There we go.
Roger that.
Fighter
Got
wasn't
my eyes peeled for any
assigned
threats,
to
man.
what it was supposed to be doing. Get back here. Oh no,
Target
you
is
don't.
trying to jump away, Commander.
Focus target.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Ah, he got away.
We're being hailed.
I hate when they do that. I've always been curious about trying to use some of those dumbfire FTL blocking rockets, but I'm too inaccurate to ever be able to hit something with them.
Scan detected.
Excitation clear.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Scan detected.
So, do you prefer the Corvette for like appearance reasons, or faction reasons, or because I'm kind of partial to the Imperial Cutter, at least for the like appearance. Those big guns on that thing, though.
Incoming transmission.
Okay. I have heard that, yeah, the Corvette is probably one of the foremost combat vessels. I think practically it looks like a Star Destroyer. Nice. Yeah, as soon as they came out with the Krayt Mark II, I kind of fell in love with it. I've always loved the YT series ships from Star Wars, and pacifier frag cannons. Yeah, those are pretty nasty. I've never really gotten into the whole superpower power play stuff, though. I tried it for a little bit, but never really got anywhere.
We're being hailed.
You've scratched my pain.
Target cargo dropped. Target destroyed.
Aw, he blew up before I could get to him.
Incoming transmission.
Scan detected.
Nice. I'll have to remember that. And I know once you have the weapon, you can equip it on anything. It's just you have to be at that certain rank to purchase the weapon from them.
wiped out. Awaiting further orders.
Comparatively, my crate is almost like a fighter next to that Corvette.
No more contact. Deactivating hardpoints.
Oh yeah, no, I'm familiar with it. Like I've had a couple of the larger ones before, and yeah, they look impressive. But yeah, like you said, it's you gotta have turreted weapons all over, and yeah, it can get tricky. I see you have the prismatic shields, I think. Those are the ones that light up purple when you get hit, or is that the bi-weave? I can't remember which is the which. I know they have different color effects for the different ones. Okay, it's the bi-weaves. Okay. I should know that because I'm using them too, but I never see my own shields. Prismatic glow green. Okay, cool. And then the regular ones are blue. Yeah, it's like, from all the research I've seen, all they are is a shield generator with a booster built in. That's really it. And if I remember correctly, it actually uses more power than if you had the booster separate. Yeah, that's the other reason why I like the bi-weaves. If I do lose my shields, there's a good chance I can actually get them back before the fight is over. I pretty much swear by them at this point. Any ship that I run, I usually will put a bi-weave shield generator on it. I think generally I've found anytime I've gone out and done bounty hunting with people that have the larger ships, it works really well to have like one big ship and then a couple of the smaller ones in the wing, because that way the smaller ones can kind of maneuver a bit more. It's like actual fleet maneuvers at that point.
Enemy wiped out. Awaiting further orders.
A lot of fighting going on over there. Ugh, it's an Imperial courier. 10k away. That'll be dead before we get there. Pirate activity threat level 7. Whoa. Yeah, I haven't done too much with the USS's.
We are being hailed.
Ah. Gotcha. Okay. What's scanning me? I feel like it's those Diamondbacks. Oh, looky here, it's wanted. What about this one? Looks like he's taking a beating. Sure enough. No, come back. Message. What? Ow. Oh, nice. My fighter pilot just got promoted to elite. Okay. Recall the fighter.
Wilco, Commander. Returning to Fighter Bay now.
Fighter recall.
Stand by. Door open.
Incident response unit substation.
Target shields online.
All citizens must submit to authorities.
Docking completed. Hangar is secure, Commander.
There we go. Fighter is in. I gotta get clear of the mass lock. There we go. Engaging Super Cruise. There we go. Whale.
We are being hailed.
Yeah, and I tried to nav lock you, and it dropped me out about 50 kilometers away. So that's a fail. I've got a boost speed of about 436, so. Well, that's what I did, but for some reason it Yeah, like Navlock has never been consistent for me for some reason. Hey, Root Spawn, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You just been lurking there prior to this? Why are you doing this to me again, Elite? I've been having this weird issue where all of a sudden Elite, and it's only Elite, will lock up for like just a little bit.
Roger. Tally present startup engaged. Tally presence online, awaiting your orders.
Yep, nothing wrong with lurking. There we go. Closing the distance. Get on a federal assault ship at least. That's better.
Enemy wiped out. Awaiting further orders.
That's my bad. Sorry. Kind of flew in front of you there. That's what I get for trying to look at my screens and fly.
Incoming transmission.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
They always tell you don't drive and text. Well, apparently you shouldn't drive and try to look at your side screens either. Where'd he go? I'm trying to run. Too bad. Died
Things were a
anyway.
little hairy for a second there. No more hostiles detected.
I think we've got a little bit more activity because I'm getting scanned all over the place now. Had to find it on my scanners. Love Fer-de-Lances. They're such big and juicy targets, but they barely can put up a fight.
Scan detected.
Yeah, we're doing the community goal. Oh no. That always sucks when you you go out and yeah, you lose your bounties and stuff from being killed. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know what's up with the Fer-de-Lances though, but like anytime I deal with an NPC, they're just trash. I'm sure like a player with a Fer-de-Lance can probably do a really good job with it, but just the NPC ones are junk. I always look at them, I'm like, ooh, now there's a nice payday. Yeah, we're in a private group. Okay. Oh, let's see. What am I at now? My combat rank. I mean, I'm master. That's not, you know, that high, but it's not terrible. I think I'll avoid that for right now. I don't need any heart attacks. Yeah, I don't tend to play too much in open play. I found few too many griefing assholes will show up in a community goal area just with the pure intent to kill people. There was one I remember a long while ago that, yeah, guy showed up in a federal Corvette and was interdicting people traveling from the hazardous extraction site and the station just so he could try to kill them. And he usually did, because federal Corvette. That was back in the day when I think I was flying a Keelback at the time, because it was the smallest ship you could get that still had a fighter bay. And I was having so much fun. But yeah, players can be assholes. Oh, a little stiff now. Hey, Neo Ravencroft Zero. Good morning to you too. Cool. Yeah, that was kind of a gang rape right there. Corvette and 2 Fer-de-Lances versus your poor Crusader. That sounds like that hurt. Yeah, I was with the holiday and stuff. I had some schedule conflicts and things. Parents wanted me to help clean the house and everything, so. But we're up, we're running. We're actually out today with Bonsai Panda and his federal Corvette. So, doing the community bounty mission here. What are we up to, by the way? Oh my. It's actually pretty decent. I hope all of those can be actually turned in at the station. This should be. Ah, no worries.
Scan detected.
Scan detected. Oh, it's another security one too. Wish security would get off my back. I am a law-abiding bounty hunter. Yes, we do exist. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Root Spawn. Always glad to have another follower. What I could do with more of right now, though, is bounties. Still not seeing as many wanted ships as I would like to. From my quality, you thought I had more? No, I like started this last week. I appreciate the compliment though. Thank you. That does mean a lot to me that you felt like I should have more of them. If you want to help out with getting more followers or even subscribers, always appreciated. But yeah, I'm pretty new to this, as Raven said. Figured it would be a fun social interaction thing to do. One of my friends, Battle Dave, actually shout out to him. He's the one that kind of got me into the idea of doing it. Wingman 1's target.
Target destroyed.
How do I do that again? I know there's a voice command that lets me target the Wingman's target. There we go. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's not about the
That's the last
viewership
of them,
to me,
Commander.
honestly. Like not how many, at least. I value every viewer, but like whether I have 5 or 15 or 500, I'm just doing this to have fun. That's the whole point of it. And I figure I'll meet some friends, you know, like Bonsai Panda here. Followed my stream, and then we started flying together real quick here. So that's the goal. I use Streamlabs OBS. It's a semi-popular one. There's also there's some other ones. You can actually get the streaming software free usually. There's like I think there's a premium version of it, but it's not. You're not a friend. You're an anarchist. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, you can actually get set up to stream pretty easily. If you have a computer, console's even easier, I think, because console tends to actually have it like built in nowadays. The Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I don't know if you can do like webcam overlays and stuff with the consoles. I think you can, but I haven't done anything with it. I do PC, so. Yeah, I suppose if you actually had 5 other people just like sitting behind the chair back here, it might be a little bit creepy when you put it in that context. Yeah, PC Master Race. But yeah, it's I have a chat bot, but he doesn't really do much. I don't know if he's even connected right now, actually. I need to work on that a little bit, get that more more set up. Boom.
Target destroyed.
Cool. New PC is always a good always a good thing. I just recently upgraded mine a little bit. Nothing too major. I got a better graphics card, and my personal favorite, I put a couple of little, they're blue LED illuminated side fans to help with the cooling a little bit. It doesn't really change that much other than like a little bit of the internal temperature, but man, does it make it look cooler. It's kind of a custom rig. I actually got it from a friend that he had put it together. It's got an Asus, what is the name of their Asus Sabertooth X85, I think it was, the motherboard. It's got an i7 processor, I think is 3 gigahertz or something like that. I know I've got, I think it's like 24 gigs of RAM. Panda, are you trying to get that poor miner wanted for shooting you with the mining laser? Is that what your goal is here? I feel like that's a little underhanded. You're just blocking him from doing his job. He's even angry about it. He like pulled in closer, like, get out of my way, bro. The graphics card I just upgraded to is actually the GTX 1080. So I wanted to get something that was a little bit more current for trying to do VR stuff. Oh hey, there we go. There's a federal gunship right in front of you there. So yeah, it's the computer's maybe 3-4 years old, but it's been holding up pretty nicely. Technology hasn't quite been expanding in leaps and bounds like it used to. I remember when I was growing up, we'd like double processing speed like every year.
Things were a little hairy for a second there.
Oh yeah,
No
the other
hostile
notable
detected.
thing for my computer, I do have a 256 gig solid state, which that I tend to reserve for more load heavy, like first-person shooter multiplayers and such. Something where I want the map to load up really quickly. And then the operating system. Otherwise, I've got 2 storage drives. One's a 1 terabit, and that's where I have all my documents and all that stuff, so that it's not writing and rewriting on the solid state all the time. And then a 2 terabit, which I use for backup for the whole system. So I've got a automated backup set up to make sure that I don't lose everything. I've had that one too many times. It's actually, this is the most stable my PC's been running in the last 3 years now, because I found out the power supply that my friend had put into this was too small already for the group photo. Here, I'll pull up on your starboard side here. That way my fighter should be off to my starboard. There we go. Look at that. I'll grab a screenshot myself. Stop rotating. Camera. There we go. Boom. Holding still.
Nothing for me here.
But yeah, I've always been kind of an interested person. Words are hard this morning, apparently. I've always been a technology interested person. I like computers, consoles, all that kind of stuff. I've got enough knowledge to be able to fix them usually, but I've got also just enough knowledge to get into trouble with them, which can be very frustrating. In fact, just over the weekend, I was trying to install some new stuff in my car. I got an Android device to put in there, and I went all out. I got shrink wrap. I got I got my soldering iron out, wired the harness all together. I thought I was doing amazing. Now it turns out I did. I did actually do very well on connecting the whole wire harness. The problem was I forgot one wire, because my car has the Monsoon built-in sound system. It's got an amp on it, and I had to connect the remote wire to have the radio tell the car to turn on the amp. So I'm sitting in this car in like 30-degree weather and trying to figure out for about an hour and a half why this thing won't make any noise. There's no sound. Oh no, you got killed by 2 anacondas? Oh. Were they player anacondas? Because if so, I might recommend trying to go like solo play or something, because you seem to be having very bad luck with other players. Yeah, but yeah. So hour and a half later, and it turns out I just didn't have one wire plugged in. Yeah, go ahead. Post the link there, Panda. So yeah, I finally got that working. Happy with how it worked out. It's a nice Extron's little Android head unit. Takes up the 2-DIN slot in my car. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Cool pictures. Thank you for that. Add that to the photo album. But yeah, I agree. That is one of the best things about PC, though, is you can actually get in there and actually do some stuff with it that it might make it better. It might make it worse. Depends on how much you know. Although I have seen some people take consoles apart and do some interesting stuff with those as well. I think I saw one where a guy basically took an Xbox One, a PS4, and I think it was still the Nintendo Wii. And he only did that one just because he had it. And he put all 3 of them inside of a new separate case. So he had all 3 consoles right there. Why won't you die? Making a run for it. There he goes.
Scan detected.
Yeah, in fact, and it's not even just this the community goals.
Scan detected.
Cool. Yeah, it's not even just the community goals that tend to be infested with griefers and stuff. I actually one time, it was at an engineer's place. I had just finished outfitting a small upgrade to my Type 7 mining ship that I had at the time, so that the capacitor would charge faster. And I'm flying up to leave orbit, and this guy in, I don't even remember what ship it was, because I didn't even get a chance to look and see who or what it was that was killing me. All I just remember is just flying up, about to go into Super Cruise. My COVAS told me that I was under attack, and then boom. So I assume it was probably something like a, it was probably something like a Corvette or some big ship like that. And I'm just like, really? I'm leaving an engineer's planet, and you decide to just off and shoot me. I really hope that the engineer's defense systems, because I was still inside the no-fire zone, I'm really hoping the defense systems just destroyed him. Oh yeah, I do like, I had a good run-in one time, similar setup. Somebody had a Federal Corvette with the shield rechargers. I've always felt that when I get enough friends together to be able to go out and do this, I want to make my my Imperial Cutter set up with those beam lasers. Nice. Oh, is that a... Oh, there's a wanted Fer-de-Lance. Yeah, you see him too already. I can see you're targeting him. Yeah, shield recharge and repair is a nice little feature to have. Whoa! You see that, Panda? That asteroid just jumped right out and tried to, you know, assault me. I totally wasn't just, like, not watching where I was flying. The asteroid moved, I swear. It's a good thing I've got good shields.
Things were a little hairy for a second there. No more hostiles detected.
Yeah, it is a payback from all the mining, exactly. I was, the other day, I was flying around in my, my fighter, just for some kicks, and, I was doing high boost, turns and stuff inside the asteroid field. Missed the turn, creamed the fighter on one of the rocks. It didn't even stand a chance. Exploded on impact. I mostly run the Krite Mark II that I have right now, called Rava's Spirit. I also have a Imperial Eagle, which I've set up as kind of like a hot rod. I've got the modified engines that are tuned for the max max thrusters and such. That one I have fun with that one. I'll take it out in space and fly it around and hopefully not kill myself. I also have a Type 7.
Incoming transmission.
Yeah, we probably should turn in the bounties. I think we're up to like a good couple mil now. Yeah, 2 mil on the main one, a couple other ones. I would agree. What was that? Was that a... Okay, that was 20K. Recall the fighter?
Fighter retrieval initiated.
The Type 7, I used to use it for mining. At this point, I've actually outfitted it as a search and rescue ship. And I've done a couple of things with the salvage, as well as the evacuation missions that you can do at the stations that are under attack.
Retrieval process complete.
There we go,
Commander.
fighters in. So that's actually kind of fun, flying into the stations that are on fire and having to deal with the heat, loading it up with all of the passengers that are trying to evacuate, and then dropping them off at the rescue ship. That's kind of what my Type 7 has been doing lately. I've also got a Dolphin that I've got set up for VIP passenger missions. I have done so many different things in this game that I've probably wasted a lot of money on different ships that I was just like, that sounds cool, let's do that. And so I went out, bought it, outfitted it, decided I didn't like it, sold it, went back, bought another ship. But I guess that's kind of the whole point of this game, is that you can do pretty much anything that you want to do with them. I'm trying to remember if I had any other ships presently. Oh, my Diamondback Explorer. I do have a Diamondback Explorer as well for the exploration and stuff. What do we got here? Ooh, that's nice. That's a pretty picture. What are all those like spiky things? Those spiky things look like they're not naturally made. 66 light year jumps, nice. I keep debating on head over there and find out. Oh, okay. We might have to do that for a stream tomorrow, because I think actually after we turn these bounties in, I might call it good. It's 11 o'clock, but that does sound like an adventure. What nebula was this? Spirograph Nebula. All right, I'll have to look that up. I've been challenged by Panda to go check it out. About 1,000 light years. Okay, might take the Diamondback then. On approach.
Okay. 75. Reading now.
Oh yeah, let me turn off that nav lock, because I just don't need that. Oh no, it's already disengaged. Okay, cool. Like, I don't need that messing with things again. Drop me out 50k away from my wingmate. That's not how that's supposed to work. There's a war incoming. That's fun. Conflict zones pop up everywhere at that point, don't they? Holy cow. That's a very large player group. I tend to try to maintain neutrality on combat type stuff. Not sure how much help I would actually be either. This Crate Mark II is kind of my best combat ship that I have, and I feel like that wouldn't really stack up against what other players would be using. We'll see. It can be done in secret. Now we're talking here. See, this is another reason why they need to have the ability to have players pay each other, because I would totally be a gun for hire kind of a player.
Okay, Commander, you are go for approach pad 05.
Okay, every combat bond is influence. Nice. I haven't actually done much with, yeah, the whole... I suppose if it's a player group, there's probably NPCs in it too. I might be able to help out with that if I can do it in solo or private. I've just got too much stuff invested in my ship to go up against other players. In my opinion, it's kind of the rule 1 of EVE Online. If you can't afford to lose it, don't fly it. Well, I technically could afford to lose this, but I really wouldn't want to lose all the engineered upgrades. Okay, yeah, if it's against NPCs, I'm down. I'll throw in some support on your side there. Oh yeah, I've done a couple conflict zones before just to see what they were like. So, Void Opals. Ooh.
Contact. Ground crew have been dispatched.
I'm sure I'll probably get a pretty good payout from the bounty vouchers to begin with, but where do you get the Void Opals? Because like I've seen that that's a thing, but I don't know where to actually like find them. Contacts. Sweet.
Contacts.
No, Eden, not those contacts. Sometimes those AIs get very annoying. Sweet, 2.3 mil on my end.
Incoming message.
Ice rings, okay. I love mining. That's one of my first and foremost favorite things about this game, especially since they've enhanced the whole mining system with the extra features. All right, let's see. I always double check my ship integrity after I go out. Never know. Want to make sure to keep that in good shape. So, I'm starting to get a little bit. What was it? Oh yeah, the system's kind of quiet. Oh yeah, it definitely will give me a good boost in the CG. I'll have to wait a little bit to see where it puts me, because it's not an instant thing. Previously I was at 5.8 and I was in the top 25%. Just turned in 2.3. I might make it the top 10% with that. Which the tier goals are already pretty nice. Top 25 is already getting another 4 mil. That's one of my reasons for doing these ones, is you can kind of increase your income even more with the bonus from it. But yeah, it would be nice if there was a few more high risk of the hazardous extraction sites. So it is 11:30 or 11:11. Yeah, 11:11, and I'm actually starting to get kind of hungry for breakfast. So that's been at least a 2.5 hour stream. I think this is a perfect place to cut it off and take a break for a while. So let's see if I hit the buttons for that. It'll switch over to that. And thank you guys for everyone that showed up and chatted with me and made this a really good stream. I think this has probably been my best one yet. So thank you to you guys. Especially thank you to Bonsai Panda for winging up and having some fun with me out there in space. I'm always open to playing games with friends and stuff that I meet on the streams and stuff. So if you do want to play a game, just give me a shout out and we can probably work something out. So it's been fun. What was it? I probably won't be streaming again today, but I'll probably be online later on. I do have a Discord channel, and you can also reach me on Facebook and Twitter, all of which are linked lower on my page there. So, whisper spam incoming. Yeah, exactly. So, thanks again, guys. It's been great, and I will see you again tomorrow at 8:30.